Okay, this is what all our divine feminines need to know for September. What is the message you need to know for September? I've got the Ten of Cups in reverse. So we're starting out with the feeling of my fulfillment still isn't here. What I worked on, aspired to, created, held within me, still isn't here. So let's see what we need to know about that. Spirit, what do my divine feminines need to know the most this month? Okay, they want me to pull a goddess card as well as the Page of Swords in reverse popped out. So while I get this deck, yeah, you've gone through so many moments where the messages you've received haven't come to fruition, haven't played out as described, and it may feel like your messages start to feel like a lie. But you still know there's a purpose, you still receive, you still tune in, you still connect. But there's just like a sadness, like what's left? What's left? And we have the goddess Freya. She came up reverse. It says radical acceptance. So in reverse, there's you have accepted so many things that are beyond your control entirely, and even the things that didn't make sense, even when you had everything all lined up and you could see how all the dominoes would play out, how all the pieces fit together. Confirmation ding, like you. But it's like, even after accepting everything and working through it and still continuing on, it's like, how has it benefited? I'm getting the feeling of the generational issues of today, like with millennials and Gen X, and how there's this conflict between millennials and boomers say, oh, you're just not working hard enough, but millennials are trying to say, no, the system is rigged against us. Even if we work 100 hours a week, we still cannot get ahead because of inflation, because those arguments, I'm not going to go there, but that feeling in this context of like, what is the point of working so hard to create so much beauty when the result is still the same, seemingly, between working hard at it versus not? And there's this despondent feeling of like, maybe I just need to just not. And I've got a lawnmower guy going past my window. If you can hear him, it's like that low hum, like, yeah. And I'm this feeling of, yeah, Nine of Cups reversed. There's no, like, your wishes may never be fulfilled. What is going on? Okay, Spirit. So what do we need to know right now? Like, where are my feminines right now? What is it they can't see right now of what's actually happening? And I'm getting feelings of vertigo. floating, ascension symptoms, and they want me to pull another goddess card. So let's see which goddess comes out now. Right now we have the goddess Hera of Alliance, but she landed reverse. Right now you are still aligning yourself with things that aren't benefiting you. You're still holding on to connections or circumstances that, even though you may have fully accepted them and let go of the control, there's still a feeling of like there's allowing, like dejectedly accepting it, and then there's allowing, like, okay, I'll just compromise myself and dishonor myself a little bit to accept this thing I can't control. And it's in the wrong. What we're doing, my feminines, is we still have these feelings and alliances with things that are compromising ourselves, even in very subtle ways, compromising your own truths in this whole situation. Oh man. Anything else that we can't see or need to know with this? Like, still, it feels like the energy of still not yet fully embodying your own truth, even though you are miles beyond in the positive direction of opening up and remembering who you are and accepting your magnificence. Compared to just a few years ago, like, they don't want you to feel like none of that work hasn't mattered, because you are. It feels like there's just still a little bit where you're not fully out of your shell. It's like I'm seeing a chick when they hatch, or a bird that hatches out of the egg. They have to break through the shell, right? And you have broken through the shell. You're not even standing in the shell anymore, but you have a piece of it, like, on your head or on your wing that feels like, oh, well, I'm out of the egg, I'm out of the shell, I'm out of the cocoon, but I guess this piece is on my wing and I need to accept it. Or this piece is covering my full vision and I just need to accept it. Like, there's just a little bit left to shake off. And we have the Ace of Wands sideways. It says, take action on your ideas. And we have the Tower sideways. It says, always expect the unexpected. So I'm going to go to part 2 on this. Let's get clarity on how you need to take action and what are these unexpected things you need to watch out for in the future with this. How is this going to shift? How is this going to change? So if you're watching this on TikTok, you need to go to YouTube, find this same video, link in the description for part 2. On Facebook, there's a link in the description or comments for part 2. I will see you there.